Hey y'all, it's me y'all in good fun with a few thoughts here on May 10th. This morning I was driving by a church marquee that had a sign saying, God wipes away all of our tears. And my instant thought was that's going to take a lot of Kleenex because there's a lot of tears all over the United States. In the last couple of days, I've been seeing this Cuban-American woman crying a lot all over social media because her husband got illegally detained by ICE, and they voted for Donald Trump because he said he was going to deport the criminals, but now they got her husband. Well, you know, when you vote for a pathological liar, you got to understand that liars lie. Or what about all the farmers in the United States? They voted for this orange creature because he said he was going to make their life better. Now they're finding, thanks to tariffs, they lost their big customer, China. They can't sell any crops there. And in fact, maybe they aren't even able to pick the crops on their farms because maybe some of their workers got illegally detained by ICE. So they have food dying in the fields and it's not making it to market, so everybody's getting hurt. Or what about the small business owners, people who've had businesses in their family for generations, and now they're finding because of tariffs, they can't afford to buy the goods that they use to make their product. But if they can get those goods from places like China and they try to pass the cost on to their customers are saying, no, thank you, we're going to go elsewhere. So these businesses might just shut down. Now, what about the people who simply, they voted for someone who promised to lower egg prices? Now they're finding egg prices aren't lower. And in fact, sometimes you can't even find eggs in the market. They're not on the shelves. And they're worried now, what am I going to do about, holiday season or my kids' birthdays if I can't buy toys for little Jimmy? But the occupier of the White House is telling them, just buy $2 or $3, buy $2 or $3 instead of 30. And they're thinking, buy $2 or $3, I don't even know if I can buy little Jimmy a pair of shoes. Now, on the other side of the aisle, there's a whole bunch of people crying tears also. People who voted for the intelligent, pretty woman with the doctorate degree in jurisprudence. They're crying because they're seeing the soul of the nation being sold to the devil, sold to the highest bidder to line the pockets of greedy billionaires. And they're crying tears because they know they live among haters, racists, sexists, homophobes, people who are perfectly happy to see the United States government illegally kidnap, imprison, disappear people, send them to death camps just because maybe they speak Spanish or have a couple tattoos. People who were perfectly happy to vote for a convicted felon, rapist, and other criminals just to protect their whiteness. So there's a lot of tears happening. And all I can say is I hope God has a lot of Kleenex.